Mara, what was all of that about?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're going on about right now.
Please stop playing dumb with me. Why was the key to the house changed on me while I've been out? I never heard anything from anybody about how it was going to be changed today. Right now I can't even unlock the door to let myself in.
There was no reason for anyone to tell you about it happening. Had someone told you, then there would have been no point to the rest of my plan. My plan was to punish you by doing so.
I really don't get why you want to be punishing me right now. Did I do anything to you recently that's made you upset with me?
Huh? Oh, don't start telling me you have no idea what I'm talking about. The fact that you're my son's wife of all people means you shouldn't be going out again late into the night to drink and play around.
To drink and play around? I think you're a bit mistaken, Mara. I had to stay late at work again tonight, and that ended up going until 10 p.m. before I was able to end my shift and come home.
Stop lying to me about having to work overtime. I want a jobless and useless woman like you out of my house.
Why do you continue to think that everything I'm telling you about my job is a lie?
You take a look at your husband and learn your place right now. Marcus happens to be working for one of the largest companies in the state, and even while he's doing all of that hard work, he comes home during the middle of the day to work remotely because he's always worried about me. Unlike you, who's always leaving this house and me behind, he's actually here caring for his family.
What I'm about to say is just words. But that son of yours who is always around the house with you never once does anything to actually take care of you or the house. Things like cleaning, laundry, and cooking are all things I've been having to do, right? So don't start telling me to take a look at what my husband is doing when all he's doing is coming home to do absolutely nothing all day long.
Marcus is my son, which means that he doesn't have to do any housework here. And also, he happens to be making $30,000 a month at his job, which is more than enough for me. A deadbeat like yourself having to do all of the chores here is the only thing you're good for anymore.
Right. I get what's going on here now. You're being made to believe something that really isn't true at all now.
Huh? I'm not listening to my son's wife talk about nonsense now. Anyhow, you're going to stay outside for the night and let the cold January air cool your head off for me. But make sure you're still around for tomorrow so that you can get all the chores done. If you're not here to do them, I will never forgive you.
This is beyond unreal.
Mara, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get me to shut up anymore if that's the way you're going to act. And I'm not going to shut up anymore either with how you've been behaving. Always making such a big deal out of absolutely nothing at all.
What do you mean by that?
You have no right saying that to me now after you just punched someone in the face with your frickin' ashtray. I was just letting the parasite that decided to take a nap on the couch know that I will not allow her to slack off.
I was just laying down for 5 minutes. Because I had nowhere to sleep last night, being locked out of the house, I had to go to the nearest fast food joint and sit there working all night long. And yet I still made sure to come back here this morning to do all the chores for you, right? I have done everything I was asked to do by you and Marcus.
Oh, don't start acting like you're all that when all you ever do is some hopeless part-time job.
Part-time job?
So now you're thinking that the only thing I do all day is work a part-time job? That's what Marcus told me about you. He told me to stop taking all my anger out on you so much for what you've been doing, but I have been at my limits for long enough here. Oh, Marcus is such a kind little man.
And so instead of listening to what your son told you, you instead took a metal ashtray and smacked me upside the head with it, sending me to the hospital?
You really think that me hitting you in the head like that required you to go see a doctor? I'm getting really, really fed up with your lame jokes. I'm sure you're not even at the hospital right now and are instead out drinking and playing around again, right?
I am going to get the documents from my doctor and I'll come home and show you I wasn't kidding.
Things like that can be faked using a computer very easily. You're not going to fool me with any of that. I need my son to divorce this night owl whore as soon as possible for me. All you are is the complete bitch that's taking advantage of my Marcus to live life without ever having to take any responsibility for anything.
Excuse Excuse me, Marcus? So what you're telling your mom is that I'm not only a part-time worker now, but that I go out and screw around all night while drinking? From what I can see, all you've been doing now is trying to make yourself look like a polished pile of crap right in front of your mom, telling her such things about your wife.
Lena, I had no other choice, alright? My mom has always had really high hopes for me as her son. Ever since my dad ended up divorcing her like that, I've only been a family that she's had. You can understand that for me, right?
So what you're going to tell me this time is that I just have to endure being treated like crap all because you have to make yourself look semi-decent in front of your mom?
Nobody ever said you had to be treated like crap. Are you really that irritated with me right now?
Of course I frickin' am. You even heard how loud your mom was yelling at me today when you were in your bedroom, right? And no excuses about your door being closed so you couldn't hear any of it either, because she was so loud that it made the walls shake. Seriously, dude, that freaking hurt like a bitch.
I see. But I'm asking you to please just bear through it for me. Making a massive deal out of this would only make more problems for me, right?
Excuse me?
I am really trying my very best right now, okay? But don't think that it's only you having to put up with how tough things are here. And in the past, you were the one who was helped by me, right? So, how about you help me out a little now by bearing with it for the time being?
In other words, what you're saying is that you don't care that your own mom assaulted me with an ashtray and won't do anything else to try and get her to calm down? Marcus, is that seriously what you're saying?
My mom is related to me by blood. When it comes to you, you're not related to either one of us by blood, making you kind of like a stranger in this household. Makes sense why you're not at the top of our list, right?
Listen here. If you don't cut that crap right the hell now, you are going to really piss this sleeping giant off.
I get it. I really have no other choice then, do I? I'll go have another talk with her about all this. Will that be enough for me to make you happy again? Now, I have a lot going on right now, so I have to go.
Lena, I seem to have had a really big misunderstanding about you up until now.
Mara, what exactly did you have such a big misunderstanding about?
It sounds like I really didn't take the time to understand you like I should have been before. After having my son come out and explain everything to me about you, I was finally able to realize the wrongs of my ways with you. So I'm very sorry about everything I've done to you today and yesterday.
Mara, if you're really aware of who I am now, then I suppose that's some great news to my ears.
That's right. Really, Marcus is such a good little boy. The fact that he was willing to take you as his wife and never abandon such a mentally handicapped woman like you. Huh? The real reason you had to go to the hospital yesterday was to go see your psychiatrist, right? I finally understand how things have been for you. Even if you've been a total pain in the butt for everyone in this family, that behavior isn't truly you, but your mental illness, right? Back in my day, people were never very accepting of things like that, hence why I was so unaware of the person you really are and the disabilities you have. Hold on. What are you actually going on about right now? I never went to the hospital to go see a psychiatrist. I was there getting my head treated after you went and screwed it up with that metal ashtray. But, Lena, someone with a mental handicap, a mental illness, aren't able to work normal jobs like the rest of us people, right? Marcus never told me anything about what you've been going through all this time. Oh, he really is the nicest boy ever, trying to protect you from my ignorance. But even if you are mentally disabled, that does not give you permission to be my son's wife. I'm going to have to ask you to pack up your things and leave this house at once for me.
Seriously, I'm not screwing around at all right now, you rotten bitch. That damn Marcus. I guess it's true that if the parents are both complete and total piles of rotten trash, so is their kid.
What? No way. So you really are that kind of a toxic woman. You are a monster for trying to deceive me. I'm going to have to protect my son from such a beast as you right now.
Ugh, screw this shit. I am leaving your house right now. But are you 100% certain that that's what you want to happen? Because the moment I start packing up all my stuff and head out the door, that's it for me and I'm never coming back.
I'm totally okay with you getting the hell out of our lives. I want you to disappear right now. Being able to finally exterminate such a pest from my life, from my son's life, makes me feel so much relief. Excuse me, Lena, what's going on here? We just got a notice in the mail about the payments on this house's rent, and we're being told that there's been no money that's been transferred to the housing company. Oh, don't tell me that you took all the money that was being used to pay for this house before you left.
The account that's used to pay the rent on that house was shared between Marcus and I, so that can't be the case.
Then why was the rent not paid when it should have been?
I don't know, nor do I care. If you really want to know the answer to that, then go talk with your $30,000 a month son instead of me. He's the one with his name on the place after all, and he's the one you wanted living with you. So don't start asking me like you were expecting me to be paying the rent when you just kicked me out of there and also made it sound like I have no money.
Well, Marcus told me that since you're no longer here, there's no way for us to pay that rent. In other words, this proves that you stole the money from us, right?
Well, so far you haven't been able to prove anything. I seriously do not get it. After all that's happened to his own wife this past week and a half, he's still going to lie to you about all of it?
What are you talking about? What kind of lies are he telling me still? Are you really saying that my son Marcus is to blame for all of this? Is that really the way a wife like you should be talking about your husband, for God's sake? Honestly, I am going to have to figure out some way that'll get you to understand your position in this family.
I'm not listening to anything a completely lost old hag has to say to me.
What did you say?
As for that $30,000 a month that you always love to talk about, I'm the one making it.
What?
Currently, with my online business that's been doing wonders for me, I've been able to operate and run multiple businesses. And when taking all of those businesses into account, I have exactly 100 employees working for me.
What?
In other words, my income has been the one thing that's allowed for both you and your son to continue having a roof over your heads and food on the table. Things like the gas, the water, the internet have all been paid for by me each month. And the same thing goes for the taxes on that place and the rent itself. Really, the only person between the three of us that's not done jack this whole time has been your son. The reason behind there being no more money left in that account probably starts with your son having used it all up already.
What? You think I'm about to start believing a word you just said to me? What kind of a business are you talking about? Oh, I get it now. You're running some kind of an illegal business online now, aren't you?
An illegal business? If that's the kind of thing you're going to start calling my career, then let's take a look at your own flesh and blood. He's been the one illegally importing goods to then sell on the black market after all.
The black market?
He likes to import things discreetly using smaller boats and then sell those really cheap items for insanely expensive prices on the black market, labeling them as real, authentic items. But so far, he's had a tough time getting any customers to stick around and buy from him, leaving him with only around $30 a month in income.
You're lying about that. My son is working for one of the largest and most famous companies in the state.
And he was fired from that company years ago. All he's been since that happened is a jobless nobody that likes to try sticking his hands in illegal business. Go ahead and tell him what I'm about to say to you. If he doesn't start telling the truth to you about me right now, I'm going to stop paying the rent on that house forever.
And who do you think you are saying things like that? Are you really going to start talking trash about my son, your husband? Hey, you answer me right now. Lena!
Yo, Lena! I'm not playing any more games with you now.
You're not wanting to play these games, but you're the one that wanted to start playing them so badly that you went and talked trash about your own wife to your mom. How come after all the horrible lies you've told her about me, you think you can still talk like I have to listen to you?
I told you already, I feel bad for doing all of that.
You already... Not once have you ever said you felt bad for doing any of those things to me. All you've done is say you have no other choice and that you have to continue licking your mom's boots or else she'll be sad or some crap.
Stop being so nitpicky here. Now you just come back to the house.
You already know that I'm not wanting to do that anymore.
Why not?
Not only has this crap between your mom and I been going on forever now, with you lying to her all the time about me, but just the other day she smacked me in the face with a freaking ashtray and it broke my skin open. And you have not stepped in once to make this any better for me, the one that's being abused by her. I've come to think that you actually enjoy escalating all this fighting and don't really feel bad at all for what's happened to me.
I get that things have been bad lately. And it's the truth that I've been pushing a lot of the blame and such onto you, so that my mom won't become mad at me for the things I've been up to. But really soon here, I'm going to be successful, okay? I'll become a freelancer like yourself, doing good business. And you were able to exceed there, right? I get that it's taking time for me to get there, but I'm so close to bringing in loads of money like you've been doing for us.
Where's the proof of that then?
I don't have anything concrete just yet, but you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I do not. Because so far the only thing I've ever seen out of you these past few years is your lazy ass always in bed sleeping in and never getting up to even make your own food. You think that way of living is going to make you the same as me overnight? And even if you were able to become freelance yourself, would it really make you look good? I've been doing it for a long time at home, yet your mom chose to still call me a useless, unemployed woman because I never left the house.
I'm well aware of that.
I had to pay for an office to go to every day in order to get away from her and make her realize that I do, in fact, have a job. And that's what I've been doing since then. But while I had to go through all of that for no good reason at all, you have been sitting there the whole time doing nothing but enjoying your leisurely self. When you leave the house, you're doing what again? Going out to see how your fake products are selling? Shut the hell up, Marcus. Shut your goddamn mouth, Marcus.
Having to work from home was like that sometimes.
Where the hell is your $30,000 a month then that you've been lying to your mom about? All you ever make is the same amount of money most kids are given in their allowance per month.
You're supposed to be appreciative of me.
Appreciative of you? Did you ever once help me in the past? Listen here, bud. I really am thankful that you were able to find my purse, pick it up, and give it back to me. I'm sure that's what ended up kicking off our relationship to one another. But are you really going to sit there for the rest of your life saying that picking up my $20 purse from a secondhand store, which had nothing in it at all, is something I need to be appreciating you for every single day? If that's something you think I should be praising you for doing, then let's think about what I've done for you ever since you lost your job years ago, and for your mom. Where the hell is that appreciation you should have for me moving into your family's house, paying all the rent and other bills, feeding the both of you, and having to do all the chores while working over 60 hours a week myself?
I am very thankful for what you've done. But I'm really trying my best over here.
Shut your frickin' mouth. I am not forgiving either one of you anyway, so screw this conversation.
Yo?
How's about a good old-fashioned divorce? Just having to sit on my phone talking to either one of you causes me to sweat with anger.
Something like that is way too quick, right?
Way too quick, you say? Nothing about a divorce happening now is too quick. I have been putting up with you and your mom for a very long time now. The only reason you're saying this is too quick is because you've been so disconnected from reality that you never were able to see me losing interest in both you and your family, right? For a while, I didn't even want to have to live with a divorce under my belt at my age, but you know what? Once I explained the reasoning behind such a divorce, anybody would be able to sympathize with me. I'm just wasting my time now sitting here working my ass off trying to stay alive when your mom is trying to kill me, and you're sitting around wasting my money.
Huh? Stop acting like such a victim now. So you think you can just get away with saying that all this has been a pain for you and nobody else?
I sure as hell do think that, and I will. Your mom is the literal definition of a bitchy fat whale who does nothing but sit around on that lazy boy of hers watching dramas all day. And I've had to do all the chores for you guys while my cunt of a husband does nothing but sit in his room laying in bed playing video games while telling his whale lies about me being a whore who goes out to drink all night. What the hell was I thinking putting up with this for so long while also having to support you both like you're my freaking pets? You both are insects, literal parasites.
That's just right now, though.
Who the hell do you think is going to believe that when this has been going on for years, Marcus? Even if you try to do anything to me after today, I'm cutting ties to you and your mom and won't be seeing you guys anymore. This is what the both of you deserve after what you've done to me. All you've been is manipulative little assholes who thought they could continue to treat me like I'm less than family. So here you go.
Lena, please, come back here and help us out.
Oh, damn it, I forgot to block your number yesterday. Now that you've reminded me to, goodbye.
Wait, at least listen to what I have to tell you first about our situation.
No thanks. I don't care about either of you guys anymore and will not do anything for you no matter what you tell me.
I heard about everything after talking with Marcus. You'd been working your butt off for the both of us this whole time without ever saying much of a word.
However, that got me nothing in return besides years of my money being wasted on the both of you as well as my time.
I never thought that my Marcus would get into a company like that, only to end up being fired from there half a year later.
And I hear the company he joined happened to be the same one your husband was running before you guys got that divorce. He took on your guys' son, feeling bad for him after having to leave you both, but found out soon after that he was useless trash to the company. Marcus told me that he left his job there due to his health or some BS. But the real reason happened to be that he caused a scandal there.
What? He never told me anything about that. And what exactly do you know about all that stuff?
The company his dad runs is one of my customers. And when I went to him asking about what happened with his son and the job he had there, he opened up to me about everything he'd done. Your son's a massive dumbass that thought he could get away with stealing loads of the company's money. Your ex-husband even told me to give up on your guys' son as he's not worth it.
No way. My Marcus would never do something like that.
Even after all the lies he's told you, you're still going to latch on to him like he's some precious and kind baby? I said both your ex and you were stupid before, but now I can see it's only you who's lacking any brain cells. I don't really care about anything else you have to blabber on about to me now, so I'm blocking you.
I told you to wait just a second, please.
What is with you asking me to wait without there being any real reason to? You're actually more annoying than that pile of crap's son, you know?
Do you even have a heart inside that chest of yours? You have to understand what's going on here already.
No, I don't. I don't care to and won't be listening to you about what's happened.
If you leave the both of us, who will be around to take care of us in this house?
Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Ask your waste of a child to try getting out of his bed for once to do that for you.
No way! Marcus keeps telling me he doesn't want to work as a company employee ever again. And I've been a housewife all my life, so I've never worked a day in my life for the past 30 years.
Then here's the perfect chance for you. Being in your 60s now with literally nothing to put on your resume may be a tough hire for most, but I'm sure that someone somewhere would love to have you as part of their team.
Then how about you go ahead and hire my son to come and work for you? Having someone you're married to working for you won't be so bad, right? You already know how great of a kid he is after all.
Huh? Are you even listening to me right now? He's the kind of scum that literally begged for his dad to hire him because he couldn't find anywhere else to go. And then after being hired, he started a scandal, stealing large amounts of the company's money from underneath his own dad's nose. Who the hell would want to hire a creature like that?
He's your husband, right? Why are you such a cold wife to him?
All right, you're blocked.
What? Wait, Lena, hold on. Lena! I said hold on! Lena, how dare you block me like that when I was still talking?
Oh my God, you have another number?
I had to in case something like this were to ever happen. Now how dare you block your own mother-in-law's number like that when you're my son's wife?
If I can remember this correctly, you guys were saying that me not being related to you both by blood meant that I was like a stranger. He told me that 5 times, actually.
I'm sure he was just saying those things to get you to shut up. He never actually meant any of it, and neither did I. So can you please come back to us and talk this all out? I made sure to leave the door unlocked for you.
Screw off. The next time you'll be hearing from me is when my lawyer gets involved and has a word with you both.
Your lawyer? What do you mean by that?
I'm already divorcing your son, of course, but I've also made sure to file a criminal report against you both.
What? Why would you do that?
So you're the one who's been mentally handicapped this whole time. After hitting me in the head with a metal ashtray, you just assumed nothing else would come of it?
Well, that was just...
That was you assaulting me. And for a reason that literally made no sense at all. That was a great crime you committed there, so have fun when you face the judge.
Now you're just taking things way too far. That was just an instance between a woman and her daughter-in-law, right?
You literally cut my head open with that hit, so I'm not staying quiet anymore. I have the medical reports from after the doctor had to stitch my head up at the ER, and you left me with a concussion. So good luck fighting this in court. I've also made sure to talk with Marcus's dad about all of this, and he said that I have his full support.
What?
Seems that your husband divorced you for some of the same reasons I'm divorcing your son over now. For someone who doesn't do anything at all, you're really good at making others feel like they're at fault for everything. I can see why after having to deal with your helpless ass for so long, he lost the love you once had. Yet even after that divorce was said and done, you continued to harass him, and he had to take things even further by getting a restraining order placed on you. Damn.
You frickin' monster! How much more are you going to make me seem like an idiot before you're happy? No wonder Marcus was always taking all your money from you. Besides money, you're no good for anything.
Ugh.
Shut your frickin' mouth, you fat hog of an old bitch! What?
Today really is a day of celebration, isn't it? So that's the only anger I'll be showing now. After all, in a little bit, both you and that good-for-nothing runt you vouch for all the time won't have any more food to eat, no roof over your heads, and no money in your pockets.
What are you saying?
I mean, you and Marcus won't be able to afford to buy food or pay for that place anymore, right? And since you'll have to start paying off a settlement to me, there's no hope for you guys even if you find jobs. I have all the evidence I need as well, by the way, so there's no other outcome at this point.
No way!
Did you know that every single day you would yell at me, and on the day you would hit me, I was recording it? Both with video and audio, just to make sure I got it all. And since I was the only one ever cleaning the house, you guys would never have found the mics I hid, or the cameras. And when you attacked me while I was sleeping on the couch, I have that in 4K. You've had plenty of years now to act like spoiled bitches, so now it's your turn to take a little responsibility for all your actions.
No! I'm sorry. Oh, this is all my fault. I just misunderstood so many things was all. And the fact that my baby Marcus was so dang cute, I had no choice but to spoil him. You are a part of our family. You're the most important member of our family.
The fact that you call your son, who is in his 30s now, a cute little baby, is so cringe that I'd gouge my eyes out with spoons if I had some to use. But luckily, I am shaking in my seat right now over how much I want to say goodbye to the both of you jackasses forever now. So from here on out, please don't ever talk to me or come near me ever again.
No way! We'll be in so much trouble. Please do something to help us.
How about you do something to help me for a change? Take that phone of yours and crush it under your foot right now.
Huh?
I said, take that phone of yours, put it on the ground, and then stomp on it. You see, you and your son are both the most meaningless people I've ever had the misfortune of being around. And, well, I want you both to suffer for what you've done to me, so crush your phone. That way you won't ever be able to talk to me again, no matter how many times you change your number, right? And after all the help I'd done for you guys already, I think one favor from you is fair. It's such a relief to have finally exterminated pests like you from my life. After all of that, I was able to safely and successfully get that divorce I'd been wanting from Marcus. And along with his mom, I was able to get a settlement of over $30,000 from the both of them. This then put them into instant debt, and with no way to pay for their rent, they were both kicked out of their house within weeks and sent to the streets. So right now, they're both living under a bridge not too far from their house, enjoying their lives as homeless people in this nice, crisp, cold January weather. It seems that Marcus isn't even bothering with his business anymore, and even though he'll have to start looking for work again, with the way he acts and behaves, there's no way he's actually going to start doing so. I wish I could have had more time to try and teach him that sitting around in his room all day in his 30s wasn't a good idea, but being forced to do everything for that family made that the least of my worries. And let's be real here, that wouldn't have really changed his outcome anyway. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.